Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the magic of chess with the one and only Karan Singh Magic. Hello, Karan. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good, sir. So good to see you after so long. क्या चल रहा है?
बहुत ही अच्छा, Karan. I think I was so happy to see that you crossed 1300.
है ना?
I think it's tremendous, yeah,
I
to
think it's
reach this.
shocking, Sagar. Why? It's shocking that I have done that.
Yeah, I mean, but in general, can you tell us like how has been your journey from 500 to 1300? Because we are also having minimal, like the छह class वगैरह we did, but rest of the things you're doing on your own. How is
Yeah.
it that you are able to climb? I have a question right now. मतलब एक जन ने लिखा I'm on 800. I'm not able to improve. So what is your experience of
So a
improvement?
lot, I've seen some of the episodes which we did again. Like I've gone back and seen them to clear a few concepts. That's helped a lot. And every morning with breakfast, I watch like a random chess video. It could be yours. It could be anything else that pops up in my news feed. So usse I've learned a lot. And just playing regularly, I do puzzles every morning. If not every morning, whenever I want to play chess, I start with puzzles. So
अच्छा.
I do 10-15 puzzles and then I play. Because I've noticed जब भी मैं पहला गेम अगर मैं सीधा खेलने चला जाऊं तो मैं हमेशा हारता हूं. Because my mind's not there.
So in a way, the puzzle is helping you to take good decisions.
Yes. Also get in the frame of mind of chess. Because otherwise I'm just looking here and there. There's songs playing. My dog is running around. But if I do a few puzzles, because I don't feel bad if a puzzle goes wrong. Because I can then understand what's the right thing also and then go and play a game after that. So it puts me in the frame of mind.
This is something that I have been telling in general when I achieved my second GM norm. There was an article I wrote that before every game, I would solve some puzzles and go, and it was just like कि आप engine start करके वो गरम हो जाता है,
हाँ
and then
हाँ.
you are going there and playing. So the fact that you could find this on your own, this very concept, and you are doing it is amazing, Karan. And I think 1300 already is a very respectable rating in chess. So
I feel very happy. Randomly, like I was playing last night or 2-3 nights ago, and somebody who was like a 15-1600, I beat him. And I
अच्छा.
was like, ये क्या कर लिया मैंने life में?
हाँ.
I don't know how I did it, but I did it. That's from my second account, which I played randomly. But that's some of the things have been like amazing. It's fun. Like it feels like a sense of achievement also.
Amazing. So today, what we are going to do is World Cup is going on. ठीक है.
Yeah.
तो उसका जो opening के moves है, you will try to guess Magnus Carlsen's moves. Okay.
Okay, cool.
And you have to tell your thought process behind it, and we will
Okay.
try to improve it. And
Okay.
in around 15 minutes from now, we'll have a guest joining in. The name is already in the title. His name is Rohan Gujral.
Okay.
He's a comedian,
Comedian.
and
Yeah.
he's around 1200 rated. So we'll
Okay.
play a game with him. So you will
Amazing.
have a game, and so I'll analyze that game. I'll give my commentary. So it'll be like that.
Amazing,
Huh?
amazing. I'm going to read Magnus Carlsen's mind. It'll be fun.
Okay. So by the way, question is: will Karan play in COB5?
Yes, someone messaged me. So if the plans don't change, then I'm playing, and I'm hoping to at least reach semi-final.
Oh, wow.
Big claims.
No, but I think COB5 which started as just another event to popularize chess and comedians playing. Now is slowly starting into something which everyone wants to win.
Yeah.
Also, there is a good prize fund. There is, मतलब ऐसे it is becoming interesting event. So I think if you prepare for it well, so मजा आएगा. मतलब you can do.
I am excited. This week, like my life, unfortunately, बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Fortunately, fortunately, live shows are starting. So I'm going to get to do them. So after next week, I'm going to get to prepare for COB5. I'll see. I'll concentrate and I'll play well.
So maybe when you finish your live shows, then we can have some more
Yeah,
sessions.
definitely, 100%.
Okay. So going to this game of Magnus Carlsen and Duda. Right now, it's the semi-finals at the World Cup. Have you ever been watching like these top level games?
I saw the recaps that you did of Vidit's games.
Hmm.
I saw some of them, and Gotham Chess does a few recaps of. So मैं बीच में breakfast के सामने अगर वो मेरी news feed में आता है, I see a couple of them.
Okay.
Not like dedicatedly, but yeah, I saw some of them.
So there is one thing which I want to tell you and all the viewers is there is two way to consume chess content. One is a passive way where you are watching, and while this also helps because you are definitely watching chess content, ये बता रहा है थोड़ा बहुत दिमाग में जाता है. The other one is active, and we are going to do the active thing.
Active one.
And a lot of passive people, because I myself was a passive consumer of chess content कि मैं ऐसे सो के वीडियो देखता था वगैरह. And उसमें क्या होता था कि the amount of improvement with the amount of time you put in is slower because you're not making your brain work. So right now, when you will have to guess moves, it's like you're putting yourself in Magnus Carlsen's shoes. And I would recommend you to do that as much as possible in chess. जब आप puzzle solve करते हो या something, be the active person than the passive one.
A lot of times I've seen where you're also doing your videos recaps वाले you say try to guess the move.
Yes.
तो एक दो बार I try to do that, not always, but sometimes I do.
Yeah, I tried because I know that many people might just watch it and ऐसे ही खत्म हो जाएगा और फिर वो भूल जाएंगे. So at least that 2-3 times when they're trying to guess, and this was told to me by Srinath, who is now a very well-known coach. Nihal को train करता है.
I know Srinath.
Yeah, I mean you know him well, but
Yeah.
the fact that when I was trying to become an IM, he told me if you make your brain work in chess, like कुछ भी होने दो, आप रास्ते से चल रहे हो, suddenly someone is playing chess. So what we see is we see the people, but a good chess mind will see the position and think what is the best move. So if your approach to finding a move is polished, then you become a very good player. So keep on polishing that. Watch videos. तो बस यहाँ पे next best move क्या है? What is the next? Oh, why isn't this working? So that activity is very important.
That's true. But then उतनी देर में breakfast खत्म हो जाता है. तो फिर मैं बाकी चीज करना शुरू कर देता हूँ.
Yeah, and this is one of the issues कि जितना time रहता है उसमें आपको multitask करना पड़ता है because you have other things to do as well. But it's just a good thing to keep in mind.
I will definitely I mean, I do that sometimes, not always, but yeah, sometimes I do.
Okay. So first move of Magnus Carlsen, let's make it. And Magnus Carlsen, I mean, it's not, there are many good moves, but you guess.
My favorite is E4.
So Magnus played D4. ठीक है, यहाँ पे E4 is also very good. Duda goes knight F6, which is one of the most common moves to D4.
Okay.
What would you play?
I don't know what Magnus would play, but I know London system में you can go F6, Bishop F6.
Bishop F4.
Bishop F4, Bishop F4, you can go.
So, by the way, here the notations are very small, so maybe you can't see them. But बाद में मैं वो ChessBase का board लगाऊंगा. So, Bishop F4 is London system. Yeah. It is getting very popular, and also top players are playing it. But what is the absolute main line here?
Absolute main line here.
मतलब absolute main. And remember, usually main lines are all about center control.
Okay, so that can be C4.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. C4 is the move. And now Duda goes E6. So Duda का idea क्या है? He wants to open up this bishop path. So what would you play here?
He wants to bring the bishop to B4, I think. That can be check. और तो कहीं bishop आ नहीं सकता मुझे लगता है. मतलब आ सकता है D4 पे भी आ सकता है, D6 पे आ सकता है, but
generally you don't want to put your bishop here because it blocks this pawn and that bishop doesn't come out.
Yeah, so only logical square is D4.
Yeah, this is a good square to come on B4, but what would you play?
What would I play? I can also develop my knight. I can go either of the two knights, knight B3 or G3.
Knight F3 or knight C3?
Knight C3 or F3.
Both are main lines. One leads to Nimzo Indian, the other one leads to QGD, and so knight F3 is what Magnus Carlsen played.
Okay.
Now, Duda played in the center. I think you also play this. It's called Queen's Gambit declined.
Yeah.
So
there are two things you can do here. Either you can develop your second knight, or you can
right?
No, you can go either. I usually go to what is it? C3.
Yeah, I was trying to fool you by putting the
Oh.
knight there. Knight c3 is a good move. You know why?
Very good.
Because you control two squares in the center. From d2, you control only one.
Only one square, correct. So c3 is, you can do c3 or you can do e3.
Or you
So
want to
those,
play e3 here.
yeah, those are the two that I play
Huh.
usually.
So, okay, what is the problem with e3 in general?
Problem with e3.
Because you are opening up your bishop, but
Yeah.
something is
The
gets
other bishop gets blocked.
exactly. So that's why they say in chess it's usually good to develop your knights before bishops, because knights usually go on c3 and f3. These are towards the center. While you don't know कि bishop यहाँ जाएगा यहाँ जाएगा, do you want to keep it in? You don't know
Correct.
how you want to play. So here knight c3, very good. Now starts the complex thing. By the way, Amarnath BVN, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. D takes c4 मारा अभी थोड़ा मजा करेंगे. Like now what do? He's captured your pawn, he's accepted your gambit.
So there are two things that, I mean, the main thing you can do is queen to a4 check and then win back the pawn. That's one thing you can do, I think.
Very interesting. Okay.
Another thing, but again, वो bishop block हो जाएगा. You can go
e3. Very good. Yes. Now e3 makes slightly more sense than before.
Because you can recapture the pawn.
And also he has given up his center. You see,
okay, correct.
आपका center becomes stronger. So yes, e3. Anything else comes to mind?
Anything else comes to mind? If you want to further gambit, you can go b3, and Adiban will be very proud.
Oh, nice. Karan knows the inside chess jokes as well now. So, yeah.
But I don't think gambit. पता नहीं, that's it. I think Danish gambit या कुछ होता है, but I don't think that's the line for this.
Yeah, no, that is e4 में आता है वो Danish.
हाँ.
So here, queen a4 and queen takes c4 is a good idea, but not so much here in Catalan. Generally, when the bishop is here, it's much better to win it that way. Here, e3, as you said rightly, is a decent move. e4 was played by Magnus.
Oh yeah, that's better because now you have center also.
Yes, but now I want you to think from Black's perspective. How can you put pressure on your opponent? Because अगर आप Magnus Carlsen को लेने दोगे तो he will just take this pawn. He'll take it for free. So what can you do to put pressure?
I think my first thought is bishop b4 so that you can win the pawn on e4. That's my first thought. And what else can you do? You can go.
ये move कहाँ से आपको मतलब? How did you think of it?
I thought of this क्योंकि अब pawn अगर e4 पे आ गया है और अगर मैं bishop वहां पे लेके जाता हूँ, pinning the knight to the queen, pinning the knight to the king, then my knight can take the e4 pawn and then.
Okay, this is brilliant.
This
is a great move, and it is what he played in the game. And my question is, if you put the bishop here, can he give a check and win the bishop?
He can't win the bishop because I'll bring my knight to.
Very good. Now see, Karan has a basic idea of all the patterns in chess. Like you can't fool him. Earlier he was like,
this is very quick now.
Okay, ये bishop मर रहा है, then what to do? बड़े यार. He knows the knight comes out here. But what if I go d5, Karan? I attack your knight, which is then pinned by my queen here.
Knight is pinned by the queen. Oh, okay. Then.
So bishop b4, queen a4, knight c6, d5, pawn takes.
Knight takes.
Very good. Yes. And the knight cannot be taken because it's pinned. Very good. Right. Okay. So Duda did play bishop b4. Now your turn to play as Magnus Carlsen.
Magnus Carlsen. I read Duda's mind. Let's see if I can read Magnus Carlsen's mind. Bishop d2.
Does that help?
It doesn't necessarily help, but
We are football talkies. Karan is Duda's second for the World Cup.
हाँ मैं छुप के सोची में बैठा हुआ वेट कर रहा हूँ कि डूडा बताए और मैं जाके खेलूंगा. अरे PV Sindhu won.
Oh, she won the bronze medal. So happy to see this. And I think that makes India has now 2 medals. I think there was one more medal that was going to be sure for us. दो तो हो गए, एक silver and एक bronze. Which is a nice thing.
Yeah, amazing. PV Sindhu will be. So we can go a3, pawn a3, attacking
Yes,
the
but the
bishop,
point is that he will just take
take, and our
and then
pawn
take
structure
this.
will be damaged. Oh.
So this is the one of the key ideas that he wants
Oh
to do.
yeah, correct, correct. Then we just pin his knight to the queen. We go g5, bishop g5. That's my favorite pin.
Oh, bishop g5 is one of the best moves in this position. But Magnus goes for a gambit line. And he plays, this is known as the Vienna from black side. And he takes bishop takes c4.
Okay.
So Duda says, now, thank you so much, Magnus.
Yeah.
Pawn mil gaya mujhe. This you cannot take because it's pinned.
Yeah.
So white to play now. What would you play?
Now you can go bishop d2.
But now you have to see, Karan, if you give up a pawn and you play like this, then he will just take, and castle. Then he will be a pawn up. So
Okay.
you have to, like when you are in gambit mode, why did Magnus Carlsen give a pawn?
To get momentum.
To get, yes, to get development rolling.
Development.
So momentum, initiative. So how do you keep that flowing?
Oh, you can develop your queen, you can castle, you can develop your bishop. Castle?
Okay.
What is-
If you play castle here,
No, but then you lose your knight.
he takes.
Yeah.
So this is the interesting part about gambits. Take, bishop takes, and now rook to b1. Okay. So
Okay.
if such a position comes, now I want you to grasp this concept, which is that often in chess, count the pawns. White has 5, black has 7. So
7.
2 pawns down. But
Yeah.
still, white is better here.
Really? Oh
Yes.
yeah, because only the bishop and the pawn are developed. Baki to hai nahi.
And the main thing is, what will black do? Let's say black castles here. Okay.
Yeah.
Then how do you launch an attack? So this is the thing about chess, that you need to now find compensation for the missing material. तो आप
Okay.
कैसे ढूंढोगे? What will you do? See, these are some concepts which I'm teaching you, because once you understand them, it's difficult to execute, but you should at least know them.
Okay.
कि what is compensation? 2 pawn down है, but now you can still launch an attack. How?
I can go queen c2 with the idea of knight g5.
Very interesting. Very interesting. You want to do this and then look here.
Right. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
That's one thing you can do.
There is another thing which once you see na, you will love it and you will try to execute in your game. It's known as a rook swing.
A rook swing.
Rook swing.
Okay.
Rook on the queen side swings like this first, and then like this, and it goes to the king side.
Oh, okay.
So how can you swing your...
Rook.
Yeah.
You can go rook b3.
Yes, absolutely. Attack this bishop. He goes here, and now you put your knight to g5, which you wanted to do,
Yeah.
and this rook swings here, the queen swings here, and you will see that the 2 pawns don't matter. Actually, it's going into a devastating attack.
No, but if he attacks my knight,
Now you can guess what would you do here.
doesn't make sense to come back to f3 because it
Yes.
defeats the whole purpose.
Yes.
So we can go to e4.
It's possible, but always when he attacks, you don't need to move that piece. And this is again a slightly advanced concept, that when you are attacking, if you have 3 or 4 pieces in the attack, you can sacrifice material.
But we've already sacrificed
No,
pawns.
अभी तो mate ही कर रहा है, now you cannot stop.
Acha, okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to become Karan Das Gupta very soon if I keep sacrificing like this.
Yes, I mean Anirban would never move his knight from g5. He will be like, बस sack ही करेंगे.
Okay. Okay, so then you can just go to rook can go to h3 if you want to
Yes,
go for mate.
yes, rook h3 is a very good move. Also possible is rook g3, and when he takes on g5, you bring your bishop into the picture. Now your queen is coming here. If he moves the queen, there is bishop f6, because this pawn is pinned like this.
Nice,
And you will see that all the pieces are on their back rank. You are attacking like this.
Oh damn.
So these are some aggressive concept, and actually what Carlsen has done is very very good here to castle. And Duda said, "भाई एक pawn काफी है. I don't want to fill my stomach with another pawn. Let me move back in this position."
Oh.
He went back after taking one pawn.
Oh. I could read Magnus's mind. I couldn't figure out the follow-up then.
Yeah. So now it is again Magnus's move. What would you play?
What would I play? What can I play? I can go bishop g5.
Yes,
That's my favorite
again,
move.
not a bad move, not at all a bad move, and he did that. But after he played queen e2 here, okay, he just improved his queen. Black castled. Hello, Rohan.
Hello.
Hey, man.
How are you guys? Hey, Karan, how are you?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. I'm sorry. Continue.
Haha. Rohan.
Sagar's trying to make me figure out Magnus Carlsen's moves live.
Arey, Sagar seems like the kind of guy who would have high expectations. Sagar always seemed like the kind of guy.
है ना? He's like,
Sagar.
6 episode हो गए हैं, थोड़ा सा improve हो गया rating. अब Magnus Carlsen के moves guess करो.
Totally. Sagar.
वो क्या saying है ना, like if you shoot for the stars, you will reach the moon. तो
amazing.
वैसे मतलब even if you guess Magnus's moves, तो अपना improvement तो होगा chess में.
Correct. No, I agree. There's a lot of fun.
Totally. Yeah. That's the spirit. Why not? Let's at least.
Okay, so white to play here.
Huh.
And Karan has been saying this move since a long time, which Magnus did play here, which was to play bishop g5. Now, Rohan, I have like what is your roundabout strength in chess? Like, आपका कोई online rating or something?
देखो यार सागर, पहले I would play a lot and I had reached a certain understanding of the game, but then I just lost touch, and then basically lockdown में I have both the lockdowns. ये समय के competition में आ जाता हूँ मैं, but it's just for time pass sake. I don't know shit. Earlier I would go to his house and play sometimes. That time he was also a fuck all player, so I would defeat him. But then he improved. He made a career out of chess, yaar. क्या बोलूं मैं उसको? So then it became very different. So now he's so all of them, Biswa, they all became much better. I have, but I used to play earlier a lot. So, and this time he told me कि वापस आजा. I was like, dude, I'm not coming. So he was like, क्यों क्या हो गया? I was like, dude, मेरे को, what is the point? He was like, I'll give you a coach. So I was like, this time I'll take it a little more seriously. I really want to get back to this because इसका flow सही है यार. If you get back in the flow of chess, it's too much fun. So I want to get back in the flow.
So Samay told me you are roughly around 1200 strength. That somewhere roughly?
I don't know all of that यार. मेरा बहुत ही
We'll get to know when you will play a game with Karan. We want to do that today.
Yeah.
हाँ,
मेरा एकदम ही मेरे को you can get me at beginner level now. I'm not at all.
We'll see. We'll play a game and then we will figure out. But here, after bishop g5, Duda played h6. तो क्या खेलेंगे as white? What is the move that you will play here as white? And these are certain ideas which will help you to just have a deeper understanding of chess.
So do I have to figure out? Does Rohan have to figure out?
Both of you, like you can think of the moves and let me know what are your thoughts.
I would go bishop h4.
Why?
Because I don't want to leave the pin to the queen, and then he'll have to move his g pawn also, and that will be moving too many pawns in front of his king.
Beautiful. Rohan, what is your? Would you like to move your bishop?
I would go f4.
You would put your bishop here.
Yeah.
Why?
Because यार the next move is obviously he'll put that pawn 2 steps ahead ना, तो मतलब वैसे ही मुझे पीछे लेना पड़ेगा उसको. So might as well do this for now, and then I'll build somehow.
But you know, if you do this, and if he pushes his pawn to g5, what Karan said is very right, that his king becomes weak, and there are often sacrifices like knight takes g5, h takes g5, and bishop g5. When for a piece you get 2 pawns plus the black king is very open.
Yeah.
So this becomes a very potent thing here. Just a knight may jump here, pin it further.
Correct.
ऐसे.
Yeah. No, I was thinking, could you go back? What I was thinking is कि मतलब if I take it to f4, take the bishop to f4, and then he puts the pawn 2 steps ahead, and I take the
E5.
bishop to e5.
It's also
what
a good
is
idea.
this? How is this?
This is also good. The only thing is he'll come to c6 and try and capture this bishop. But I like this also, the idea. But the thing is, here g5 is even more probable than here because ये कैसा है, ये pin irritating है. While on f4,
Yeah, the pin
is not there.
Pin
So
is
your bishop is like doing a little bit. He can say, let me ignore it. Let me play c5.
Yeah.
So bishop h4, he then broke the pin now with bishop e7. What do you do here? White to play.
What do I do here? White to play.
घोड़ा आगे बढ़ाएंगे क्या?
What move?
घोड़ा तो मार दिया आपने.
By the way, Rohan, this is a clean stream because a lot of kids and all also see.
Okay. The
नहीं, घोड़ा you can say horse.
घोड़ा you can say.
That is Hindi is okay.
घोड़ा.
That is okay.
आगे बढ़ाएंगे. Okay.
So this one you want to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good move. I like it, but you have to be slightly careful about the fact that you are hanging this pawn.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is bad because you are gaining some time, but आपका bishop भी फिर मरेगा यहाँ पे.
No, it's not a good move. It's not a good move. Let's just.
So now
That
from
was my
this
first thought
move,
also.
this move, you get an idea of what to do as white.
Okay. Rook.
The rook.
Rook d1. Rook a d1.
Beautiful. Rook a d1. Why not rook f d1?
Because the f rook is already developed. We want to develop the other one also.
F1 is not a very good square where it has no scope. So you will have to move it to F1. So here, when the rooks are on the last rank, you are like an architect, I would say. That how do you want to put your two rooks? You have to think. If you put, do you want this rook here, this rook here? Because if you bring your this rook here, what is this rook going to do? So you have to think. Before moving one of the rooks, that how will they both coordinate with each other? So for top players, for good players like Magnus, it's very obvious कि ये रुक आएगा कि ये रुक.
But I think it's a very tricky thing.
Yes.
Like whenever I play this, I get very confused.
It's very tricky. Usually, what helps is where are the open files in the position because rooks love open files. Okay, so open file is a file where there are no pawns. Correct. So here, these two are the open files. So logically speaking, your two rooks, one should go here, the other one should go here. Correct, because they will have more scope. Rooks can then move in that direction. However, here, as you said, you want to move your knight up and you want to create more play against the king. So that's why Magnus Carlsen brings his rook this side, and his idea also is that a rook opposite the queen is always very dangerous.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
the other rook is going to come here.
Okay. Gets an open file.
Yeah.
So knight c6, and now it is Magnus Carlsen's move, and he's thinking. By the way, we have reached the live position that is happening right now.
We've guessed 80% of Magnus's moves.
That's
Almost there.
You know,
Almost. Stars to watch game.
that's what I'm saying. That chess sometimes is not very complex.
Yeah.
It's only a question that whether you can understand why you are making certain moves. So, I mean, of course, it's very tough to reach at level of Magnus, but you understand his moves by little bit of thought. So, आपको क्या लगता है Magnus यहाँ पे क्या खेलेगा? We'll come to it after your game, like the game that you both play, and we'll guess. We'll see if Magnus played the move that you suggest. So, white to play here. What would you play?
Two things come to mind. One is the move that Rohan suggested, e5.
Knight e5.
That's one move that comes to mind. Other is pawn d5.
Pawn d5. Okay. Anything else? And Rohan, what's your thinking? And Karan, try to figure out the calculation in both of your moves. जो आपने बोला है कि knight e5, what is the problem there? This ability to calculate you have to hone. Oh, look at this, Magnus has made his move.
Oh, really?
Yes, he played rook fe1. He brought his other rook to the open right, which was one of our concepts.
Which is one of our suggestions.
Yeah.
Correct. One of your suggestions, not mine.
But why is this not a good move?
Because I realized that if knight takes,
Yes.
and then
Oh, you wanted to take on e5?
yeah, if knight takes e5 is what I had. I didn't have pawn. Then pawn takes knight. उसको कोई फायदा नहीं हो रहा. Then
This is big problem. You see, this is what you wanted. You
Yeah.
wanted this pawn to move and launch an attack on the queen. But so taking the knight is not good.
Yeah. Taking the pawn, like you said, that attacks the queen.
And now let's say I put my queen on e3 because a pinned piece. ये देखो Rohan, this is known as a pin.
Correct.
Because the rook is pinning the knight to the queen. If the knight moves, the queen is lost.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why this would not be very good. But black has a good move here to save his position. What is it? Think very carefully. Think very carefully. Because you're going to lose an entire knight. So you have to be careful.
Pawn c5.
Yes, absolutely right. c5. And there now you don't have a way to attack this knight even more. So you lost a pawn just like that here on d4. ये वाला.
No, you can still attack the knight.
You can, but with what?
With your कौन सा वाला ये ABC C knight. You
How?
can go to C6.
You mean here?
Yeah.
b5.
Okay, sorry,
But here the problem is that even if you take, you will get only one pawn. You will get only a pawn. So I can go just move my queen away.
Oh,
While if you had a pawn here somewhere, then you could have think of attacking here somehow, queen hatake and so on. So this does not work knight e5 right now. And d5, which is actually very, very logical move. Karan, this would have been really great if it was working because white has development. White के सारे पीस बाहर है. अगर हम पोजीशन खोल दे तो our pieces will do much better. So it's just like I don't know, Rohan, you like football? A little bit. Like Karan is a big football fan. So if you have your pieces in the right position, you can go on the offensive. And white has all his pieces in the right position. So it's a good moment to open up things. However, here concretely, it's not working because black has a good move. What is it?
No, but एक minute. First, tell me why did you bring football in? Offensive तो मुझे समझ नहीं आता है without football. Why bring football? मेरा vocabulary इतना poor नहीं यार सागर. What यार?
No. I'm telling you. The thing is, in chess, when you teach a concept, if you link it with something that you like, हाँ तो उससे क्या होगा कि Karan will think कि उसके pieces अच्छे, he'll remember football.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't know if it's just an attempt.
वो लाइक इसको देख के लगता है इसको ऑफेंसिव का मीनिंग नहीं पता. So फुटबॉल में जैसे वो अटैक होता है वैसे.
Okay, why does this not work? I don't see any reason why it doesn't work. If pawn takes, knight takes, knight takes.
This is the tough part of chess. The tough part of chess is calculation. Because, feel पे तो we can play. Like, चलो ये खेलते हैं ये. But now calculate. What is the problem? अनुराग बापट जी ने एक सुपर चैट किया है. रोहन भाई एक हाथ से ताली बजा के दिखाओ. Is this your joke?
This is from your set.
Yeah. Oh,
very nice.
After the stream, at the end of the stream, that will be our parting gift.
Okay. Nice.
If pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes. पता नहीं सागर भाई मैं तो अच्छी लग रही है मेरे को पोजीशन हमारी. See,
now you take this way, ठीक है? So what happens is that you unleash an attack here.
Oh.
So let's say if he takes here, this is a very bad move.
Because queen can take back.
Yes, but
instantly.
what is better?
Knight can take back.
Which
correct.
knight? Which knight?
The one that's standing in the
C.
wala.
Correct. So you take here, and now you see take,
Oh.
and it doesn't work out because you have enough control here, and you just lost a pawn for free.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that is the reason why he cannot take here. So then he will think I'll take here.
Yeah.
But now I can see there are two ways to continue. I can take this bishop.
Yeah.
Now this is getting a little complex. If I take this bishop,
Knight
will
takes,
now-
queen takes.
he may take this, and if you take with the queen, then knight takes pawn. Here attacks the rook.
Oh, huh.
So it's getting complex. But
Complicated,
what
yeah.
you can do is here, you can, if you take here, white has a intermediate move which is very strong. What to play?
Zugzwang.
Zwischenzug.
Zwischenzug.
Zwischenzug. Zwischen is a German term which means
Oh.
in between, and Zug
Oh.
means move. So in between
okay.
move. Now why is it called in between move? I don't know if you have played checkers. Have you played checkers?
Whatever is hanging, you have to take it.
हाँ, you have to take. Checkers में क्या है? अगर आप ऐसे piece दोनों diagonally, you have to kill it and put it above. So when in chess, I took yours. He did not take this. He took
He
this.
took the other one. Yeah.
Now you are not forced to take this. So it is therefore a lot of people say chess is not checkers. In
Correct.
chess, you can always make Zwischenzugs. You can make moves in between, which can change the course of the game. So is there a Zwischenzug here? See, both sides have 3 pieces each right now.
Correct.
So can you make a very interesting move here?
Yeah, I think ये घोड़े को वहाँ B7 B6 पे लेके जाओ.
Very good.
रोहन घोड़ा बोलते हुए डर रहा है.
But this is such a nice move, Rohan. How did you figure it out?
Yeah, but queen की वाट लग जाएगी. मतलब queen is
Exactly.
the problem.
Oh, I didn't spot that.
This is so nice. It's known as a disco. I like to call it a disco because this knight moves away and gives a discovered attack on the queen.
Nice.
So it's a very nice move.
Nice.
So therefore, what should white do here? After black do here, instead of taking this bishop, he should take here.
Take the knight. Yeah.
And after rook takes pawn attacking the queen, he can move his queen here. And if you count the pawns, black has 6,
and white has 5.
white has 5. And if white cannot do something immediately, then black is slightly better because he has an extra pawn. Okay. So in the game against Magnus and Duda, after rook f e1, d5 was not a very good move. Usne iske liye rook f e1 खेला, and now Duda played knight to d5. You see the fireworks are going to happen. Same idea that we were seeing, but instead of just a pawn push, he put his knight
He
anyway.
put his knight there so the pawn couldn't come.
Even the best players ke game are quite logical. You know, many times we think we cannot understand, but no, it's understandable. What do you think will Magnus do now?
I think Magnus should either takes the knight, pawn takes anything.
So you know that if I take here, he will take with this knight, bolstering his knight. And remember,
Exactly.
What is a d4 pawn? Can you tell me what is this pawn called in chess? There is a name specifically for that pawn.
Isolated.
Oh, nice. Nice. How do you know that, Saran?
Through your videos.
No, this is this is very good. Isolated. Rohan, can you guess why is it called isolated?
Because there's no way to support it with a pawn.
Yes, very good. There are no pawns next to it on either files. Either bhi nahi hai, either bhi nahi hai. So it's alone. So it's an isolated pawn. Now, remember the square in front of the isolated pawn is often a beautiful square for opponent's pieces. Kyunki no pawn can kick it out. So if the knight sits here, no pawn can come and attack it because it's in front of an isolated pawn. So if white takes and black takes like this, you realize black is very solid.
Yeah.
Nothing can move, easily. So therefore Magnus Carlsen now has to take a very tough decision, क्योंकि वो एक तो pawn down है. He gave a pawn in the opening as a sacrifice, as a gambit. So he must do something. What can he do? आशीष सिरोडिया says, करण भाई, हालैंड को चेल्सी आना चाहिए कि नहीं?
Obviously आना चाहिए, कैसा सवाल है? That's like saying विदित को वर्ल्ड कप जीतना चाहिए कि नहीं? Of course जीतना चाहिए. पर पता नहीं आएगा कि नहीं. What should Magnus play? Since that, अच्छा नहीं. हाँ, since that knight is very strong, we can take the knight.
Okay, but with what?
With our knight.
Okay, if you take here, now can you calculate a bit, like अपने mind में?
Knight takes, pawn takes. He also then gets an isolated pawn, and then then bishop takes bishop.
Yes.
And then queen cannot take because our queen will take his queen, and there's nothing. Oh no, there's a knight protecting.
There's a knight. Yes, calculate. Go on.
Knight takes.
Yeah, then we can take with the queen we can take because we have a support, na?
Takes. So basically, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes,
queen takes,
knight takes, rook takes. And then what is last move of black?
Last move of black.
It's very difficult to visualize 4 moves ahead.
He'll have to. No, he can't.
But you have given up a piece. If you look carefully, you have lost a piece. See, knight takes, you got 1 piece as white.
Yeah.
He took back, now it's equal. You took here, you have given black is a piece up. Now you take back equal. You take queen, knight takes, back. Rook takes. So white is a piece up. Means black has to take back a piece somehow. Which piece will he take in the end? Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes.
Pawn takes bishop.
Yes, knight takes, rook takes, and d takes c4. Ye bishop is hanging. So let's have a look at it. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes, rook takes, and pawn takes c4. And now the tricky part is ये किसके लिए अच्छा है position?
बाहर तो white बोल रहा है.
Yeah, definitely white.
Why? You see, what will be white's move here?
Rook support, na?
Which one?
Double up the rooks.
You mean rookie 1 here? Bring the rook like this?
Yes.
No, think better. If something's you can kill, why not?
Oh, rook takes A, B, C2, C6, C7. Rook takes C7.
Yes, beautiful. So now, and we remember this very important thing we had discussed, 7th heaven for the rook. If the rook is on the 7th heaven, so remember, rook का 2 parts रहता है. First, it must come on an open file. And once it comes on the open file, it wants to reach the 7th rank in the opponent's camp. So here, like this, and it went here. And why is 7th rank so good for the rook? Because it can attack all the pawns like this. So here white has an advantage because his rook is well placed. Very small advantage though.
And we finally won our pawn back.
Yes, exactly. But in chess, chess is not like checkers, right? So when he takes here, we not take with the queen, we take with the knight. And when he takes here, we say to him that, hey, why should I take your queen and allow your rook to the 7th heaven? I will just take your bishop. And if you take here, I will come here. And now it's not so simple because if you try to come to the 7th heaven, what will black do?
What will black do? Black will push the pawn.
Yes, c6. And the pawn is not hanging. And next move, he will come with his king, try to remove the knight. Remove the rook.
Move the rook.
So that's the reason why. It's chote cheese. It's actually a little things which you have to see. But anyway, we'll come to it more. Let's. Bolo.
No, could you go back to that move where you were?
Here?
No. Where the rook was ahead.
Yeah, takes. Take. here.
Now I'm saying, if this guy were to move his the bishop to the g4,
Huh?
is that a good move?
This is a very decent move. You are pinning this knight. But what is your plan if I take your pawn? Because ये तो इसको protect कर रहा है ना. The pawn is protecting the knight.
Huh.
So what did you gain by doing this? Because bishop and knights are worth same points. So even if you take here, I will take back.
Right, doesn't make sense.
So that's why it was much better to save the pawn here. Either c6 or there's one more move. Which was?
There's another move.
Yes, c6 ke jagah.
We can bring rook to d7.
Yes, but the problem with rook d7. What is the problem with rook d7?
Check.
Yes, check. And the problem is he can go up, but this becomes a pin,
Yes, yes.
which you don't want. So better than rook d7.
Bishop d7.
Yes, very nice. Bishop d7. Just keeping this position, and of course the game will go on and so on. But by the way, in the game, that is why Carlsen did not take with the knight. He took with the bishop on d5 here.
Oh, so that बाद में वो pawn hanging ना हो.
मतलब ये
Second
वाला
बाद में
नहीं
bishop
बनेगा.
hanging का,
हाँ.
हाँ.
So ये मारेगा. तो
Oh my
ये
God.
he just loses a piece. Now he is piece up because instead of bishop hanging here, now there is a knight here which is safe. So white is a piece up.
Wow.
So just change the
Genius.
move order. He took on d5, but Duda said, of course, Magnus, I'm not going to be stupid to take this. What did Duda do?
What did Duda do? Duda took the bishop.
Yes, Duda took bishop takes h4.
Yes.
And again, we have reached the live board. So you can see it's a very, very complex
Intense
game.
game,
Intense
हाँ.
game चल रहा है दोनों के बीच. By the way, Magnus, of course you know Rohan, but Duda is Poland का top player who beat Vidit Gujarati in the quarterfinals of World Cup to go to the
Oh.
semi-finals. So if today Vidit had beaten Duda, we would have been seeing game between Carlsen and Vidit.
Oh, damn.
So, but of course Vidit now can be part of COB5.
Wow. Definitely an improvement.
Excellent.
No, I mean,
That's
That's
with
the
its cushion zook. It's an in-between tournament.
at least a positive to see from.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, shall we play a game between the
Yes.
two of you? If
Let's
you
do
can
it.
challenge each other, maybe you can
I will do that.
go that.
यार मुझे है ना मेरा देखना पड़ेगा chess.com पे ना पता नहीं.
हाँ, जो आपका
आप figure out करो. Maybe what I can do is I can send you a link.
हाँ, आप you can forget password and वो करके
Yeah,
try and log in.
हाँ. चलो, I think I am. Yeah.
मिल
I
गया?
was able to log in. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll send you a link. We'll play on that.
Vidit is like not enough compensation.
Acha, Vidit is watching the stream.
नहीं मतलब Vidit might say this one of the people.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, I have sent you a link on the Zoom chat. Yeah, perfect.
By the way,
Bazigar-
Karan, I was checking a lot of your games that you played today, and some were very interesting.
Arey, thank you.
So
Cool. Should we take off our headphones and put on mute?
yes, that would be nice if you can do that. So then I can commentate and I can tell people
Perfect.
what better you can do. And
Cool. Shutting it off.
okay. Okay, guys, let's just see how they are playing. Karan is, of course, has improved a lot, but I would be very also keen to see how Rohan plays. Rohan is white, Karan is black here. Okay, so let's check what has happened in the game until now, and also I'll mute myself on Zoom so that they can't hear me. So e4 was played by Rohan, e5 by Karan, d3 by Rohan. Not a great move because it closes in his bishop here, but it's a decent move. Knight f6, knight f3, good move. Karan develops his knight, c4, and now Karan plays d6. A better idea could have been to put the bishop on c5 and then play d6 so that the bishop is outside the pawn chain. But okay, d6, bishop g5, and now he played at 6. Rohan took. Now generally you don't want to give up your bishop for the knight, but here he has done it, and I think Karan should have taken with the queen. Instead he took with the pawn, which was not a great idea. Why to spoil your structure? Okay, bishop g4, knight to d5, knight to d4. Okay, it's getting intense now. h3, knight takes f3, g takes f3, bishop h5. Okay, this is the position on the board, and both of them have played pretty decent chess until now. Pretty decent. Yes, guys. I know that Sindhu has won the bronze medal, and I'm very happy. In fact, I always check the highlights and see how it's basically, one of the most interesting events from a sports person's perspective for me, because you wait for 4 years, you prepare hard for it, you want to win the gold medal, and then you play this. So it's, how do you handle so much pressure? This is what Olympics teaches us, and I am in awe of people who win medals there, because itna pressure mein rehte hain. Yeah, I thought Sindhu may also go for gold, but yesterday her opponent played really well. So c6 attacks the knight. Now Rohan has to, oh, nice move by I think Rohan is pretty decent player, like he's putting it, he's putting, making Karan sweat for the point. Right now Karan has got nothing much as an advantage. Okay, queen b6. Okay, there's some pressure here. He's also attacking the b2 pawn. See? Keeping maybe it was better to play queen d2. This b3, weakens the dark squares a bit. So if at ever the bishop starts to get active, oh, he long castles. Wow, nice. And actually, Rohan does not have a very good place for his king. Where should he go? Oh, he plays knight to f5. Nice.
इसका क्या फायदा हुआ? If he takes, I take.
Oh, by the way, this is a nice move by Karan now. Oh, he plays it. He plays it. And guys, the main issue is that this bishop is now opened up. Very good move by Karan. Yes, I have muted myself on Zoom. Absolutely. No, I like this move. d5. Very strong. It opens up this bishop's path. And actually, Rohan has some issues to solve. Oh, he plays rook d1. And I think his point is that if Karan takes here, he wants to take with the pawn and attack this. Now, Karan goes bishop b4 check. I think king f1 is forced. Rohan should find that. You don't want to be giving up your queen just like that. Oh, king f1, good move. Takes, but now fe4. Fe4. Please don't take with this. The queen would hang. So this is good. And the thing is, after bishop e2, queen e2, I think white is slowly improving his position. So maybe for Karan, it was better not to simplify too soon, but also what to play. Maybe rook g8 is one move. h6 pawn is hanging. Maybe bg6 is another move. Get rid of this knight. So takes. And right now Rohan is thinking. Yes, Himanshu Sindhu, the bg6, I like this move because then you can get rid of this knight and the remaining bishops clearly in black's favor, because this would have been a bad bishop and this would have been a good bishop. But okay, right now, if Karan exchanges here, he would be not in a great position because after queen e2, no one can evict the knight. So bg6 shows great understanding that he wants to take here. Very good, Karan, and that was a nice move by him. Very nice. I liked it. Very well played. Bishop g6. He wants to chop this off. Yes, Rohan will play. By the way, guys, Rohan is, for all those who do not know, he's a very well-known stand-up comedian in India and was also part of the Comic Stan, and he's a very good friend of Samay and the entire stand-up comedy community. By the way, whoa, he's coming here. He's setting up a disco, and you can see a little bit of tension on Karan's face. Played his bishop to g4. What should Karan do now? Because his king can get under some nasty threats. Actually, very good fight. Oh, nice move by Karan. A very good move because he wants to put his king away from this diagonal. Nice move, a professional move. King b8. Just now what to do for Rohan is the question, because Karan might play his pawn to h5 and then kick this bishop away. So it's not so easy to continue here as white. And these are the moments where generally white goes wrong because there's nothing concrete to do and you get very nervous and you want to do something and then you make a mistake. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Karan's rating growth has been very phenomenal. He has been working hard on chess, and also I feel that he learns things pretty quickly. So, definitely. By the way, beautiful move by Rohan. I really loved his last move. Yeah, Rook G1 was such a good move because it improved his rook. These are actually, they are playing good chess, good level chess. Now, where do you put your bishop? Oh, bishop f3, nice move. Nice move by Rohan. Very good. Very good. Saving. And there's an important point here, which is that if Karan takes, which he did, pawn takes, if the bishop was back on e2, there would have been e4, putting this under pressure. Now there's no e4. This bishop takes it. Bishop c5. by Karan. And Karan wants to attack the pawn on f2. He's putting pressure there. I think you need to defend it. By the way, guys, here is a beautiful move in the chat. Want you to think, what should white play? It's actually a very tough move, and I would say something that only strong players can find. But let's see if you guys can find it. What should white play here? I don't see Rohan is not going to find it. Yes, Queen D2 is a more human way to play Queen D2. But yes, Himanshu Sindhu, you are right. Chess TV, very good. Chess with Jess. Yes, the move was b4. You know why b4 here, guys? Because after bishop takes f2, I'll play c5, closing the queen, and then pick up this bishop. So it was very tough, but it's very tough. Bishop b4, Karan goes and attacks the queen again. Now Rohan has to move. By the way, Rohan's main issue is that he has very little time left on the clock. Very little time. Queen c2, good move. Let's see how Karan continues now. Rook g8. He wants to take an open file here. I like this move actually overall. Guys, overall the quality of the game has been pretty good. Yeah, none of them blundered anything. Both of them played. Oh, he takes the pawn. Hey, Rohan says, "Thank you, Karan, for giving me a free pawn. I'll take it." King has to take this. Such moves have to be played quickly because Rohan took 5 seconds to play this move. So that is where you can save time. Now Rook g8, good move by Karan, giving a check. You have to block it, or either you can block it this way, or you can go king h1, king f1. Everything looks okay. King f1, good move. Good move. Making Karan actually work hard for the full point here. I would really love if the bishop could come around here and sit here, to defend this and this. Could also sit on g4, is a good square defending this and this. Queen d4, what a move. Nice move by Karan. Just improving, maybe wants to come here, maybe wants to go here. Attack here, attack here. Nice chess. f7 is hanging. I'm a little bit skeptical taking this pawn, guys. A little bit.
थोड़ी देर में आ रहा हूँ.
If you take here, oh, he took it. It's Karan has to figure out where to do. I think rook here could have been nice to attack this pawn, but he goes rook g7. And now if Rohan can put his bishop back here, he's very much in the game. Bishop h5, g4. But yeah, bishop e6 is a very, very human move, very normal move. But now Karan has to figure out, oh, queen h4. He goes with the queen here. Jessica Taneja, thank you for your super chat. Queen h5 check. Yeah, this is happening. Yeah, check here, and he loses the queen, and he loses on time. But what a game! What a game! Hello, very interesting game.
You're not visible.
Very, very interesting game by both of you, and actually was a very good quality game.
Was it?
Yes, it was a very good.
I think I took too much time. I was
Huh,
not able
I
to
know.
think fast.
But Rohan, for your first game after a long time, it was a very good show by you. And also, I mean, you made Karan's task quite difficult to win.
Yeah, नहीं ending में तो मेरी वो फटी गई थी, time ही नहीं है तो but he was doing very well, मतलब he was एकदम properly.
He was keeping the tension in the keeping the pressure on you. But let's quickly check a few moves and try to see how where you could both of you could have improved. So good move, Rohan, in the opening. Karan e4 e5, very standard. d3 is not the best move, Rohan. The reason is that your bishop you are closing down here.
Okay.
So very good idea is to put the bishop out. So first put your knight out. Let's say he goes and defends. You attack this pawn also because your sorry, not like this. Your knight attacks the pawn, so he has to defend it. Now put your bishop out and then d3. So all your pieces are in the game.
Yeah. That was the wrong move.
But it's okay. I mean, it's not a bad or something, but it's a decent move. d3.
I get it.
Knight f6. You went knight f3. Good move. Knight c6. c4. Okay. Possible. There is one small thing that in the opening, try to play as less pawn moves as possible. More try to get your pieces out. So c4 say better could have been to bring out a piece. Maybe knight c3. But okay, c4 is not bad because at least it's in the center. Yeah. If you would have played a4, I would have said definitely not a good move.
Yeah.
c4. And now, Karan, what could have been a better way to play here instead of d6?
I wanted to go bishop c5. That's what.
So why you didn't do that?
I don't know. My stream pay, I don't know why I keep trying weird things. When I'm playing alone, I always do this when I move the bishop first.
Because the thing is now d6, as we just said, d3 uska bishop kaise block kiya hai. Same way d6, you put your bishop out of the chain.
Yeah. Later, this caused me a lot of annoyance that my bishop was blocked.
Yes. So c4, d6, and now Rohan attacked pinned the knight here.
Yeah.
And you said, okay, move. So Rohan, now a question to you. Why did you take this?
Because I was like, if I've come that far, like if I go piche.
आया कुछ तो लेके जाऊंगा.
Yeah, I know it sounds damn dumb कि मतलब हाँ आ गए तो पीछे नहीं हटते हम भाई आए तो. Yeah, so point was कि if I moved my bishop till there, I was saying the only move I could think was take it back to h4, but then he would again develop his pawn, then I would have to take it behind. So I was like, that's kind of just developing the game for him. I was like, so then finish it off here.
Yes. So generally don't do stuff where, you would have to then come into trouble. So this move may not be the best here.
Yeah, that's a stupid move. Yeah.
So can you make something more logical? Like, no, it's not stupid. It's just.
Nah, I get it.
Huh.
I would take the other knight out.
Yes, knight c3. This would be nice. This would be a good move.
Yeah.
Or even bishop e2 with the idea of quickly castling. Oops, sorry, castling here.
Yep.
So that would have been good.
Yeah. Initially, I was just playing with what are my old, what would I do earlier? कैसे चलते हैं pieces? चल मार के देख लेते हैं कुछ भी.
Generally, what is the biggest thing that many people do is that चलो मार देते हैं. Suppose opponent ने देखा नहीं तो मेरे को free में मिल जाएगा. So that attitude we don't have to keep. Like
नहीं वो attitude नहीं है मेरा. My point was कि I was a very stupid thing कि मतलब आ ही गए हैं तो मतलब चलो कुछ तो करें.
And Karan, I didn't understand why you took with the pawn and not the queen.
Yeah. Even I didn't understand. I was like, ये तो अभी queen लाएंगे.
But initially I thought that he's going to castle short, and then I thought if I take this, then I can castle long and then attack with my pawns. Because that's what I had in mind, which is why.
So maybe you get this open g5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I used eventually.
Yes, you did that.
Yeah.
So knight c3, good move. bg4, knight to d5, fine. Also, one more thing, Rohan, is that do not move the same piece twice in the opening if there are other undeveloped pieces and not needed. So here you have already got your knight out. तो फिर से मूव करोगे तो बाकी के pieces will be left undeveloped. So can you make a developing move here?
taking the bishop.
Yes, this
outside.
is a good move.
Yeah.
Also, then Karan cannot put pressure here with knight d4 like he did in the game because the pin is broken.
Yeah.
Okay, knight d5, knight d4. And now you went h3. I would have preferred here bishop e2.
Yeah.
Just breaking the pin, keeping it solid. But h3.
If he went bishop e3, is it a good move to take the bishop with the knight?
When? Where? Here?
If he goes bishop e3, can
Bishop
I take
E3.
the bishop with the knight? Is that a good move?
Yes, but then he would take back like this.
No, take the bishop with the knight. Like if I
You do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a bad idea, but my only worry is that your knight is very good and his bishop is quite passive.
Correct.
But क्या करेंगे? Like, should we do this? Because next move is threatening to take here.
Yeah.
When you may lose a piece because knight d4,
Yeah.
bishop e2, then knight e2.
Correct.
So yeah, maybe this is not a bad idea to play this way. The other point can be to take here, and keep your knight very strong in the center. Not that it is doing something very special right now, but it's a good
Knight.
piece.
Outpost.
Yes, it's an outpost.
Yeah.
A square from which a knight cannot be kicked away is outpost because no pawns can kick it away. So here h3, and now maybe better move. Then knight takes f3. What do you play here?
Bishop takes.
Yes, and the point is that your knight is very solid here on d4 and it cannot be moved away. So in the game, kya hua? You took here and you put your bishop here. Your bishop was not so powerful. Compare this to the knight on d4 and it is quite good.
Yeah. No, this is why, I mean, initially, if I would have taken with the queen on f6, then I would have had like a great line here.
Yes. Okay, take bishop h5. Good move here, developing. c6, very good move, kicking the knight away. Knight e3. And now, Karan, you went queen b6. Interesting move. Just developing the queen, attacking here. And now, very important position, Karan, Rohan. Here, you went for the move b3. Did you realize how b3 actually impacted your game? बाद में, what happened is
my queen got blocked.
Your queen got blocked and also your dark squares became very weak. So generally this is a positional concept in chess. If you don't have a bishop and you put all your pawns like this, so ये सारे squares जो है, like later if you remember his bishop came here, gave a check, b3 weakened all the dark squares. So instead of that, if you just play, let's say, queen c2, defending this pawn, it is much better.
Yeah.
Because this pawn keeps a control on some of the dark squares.
Correct.
Okay, b3, long castle, very good move, by the way, Karan here.
Thank you.
And what is the knight f5? I think next move I really loved overall, which was d5. So this is the part of the game which was very well played, which was like long castle and d5, because this bishop is now coming out to take advantage on the dark squares.
That was my exact plan. When I long castled, I knew that this next two moves I'm going to do this.
So rook b1. What's your point here, Rohan? Why did you play rook b1?
I don't remember. I think I probably miscalculation. I thought कि that pawn is in danger. So I was trying to. I mean, I thought कि मतलब ये attack करेगा इसको. ये वाला pawn उसको attack करेगा. Wait, I remember. I thought कि इसका जो ये वाला है ना d5 वाला pawn, he will take my this pawn, and then if he tries to take it, then I can take it, and this is pinned. This was one thing, and the second thing was primarily I didn't want to lose. Like if his pawn was to take my c4 wala pawn, I didn't want to move this wala pawn, d3 wala pawn. I wanted to move this other pawn because if I moved that one,
Your queen would
yeah,
hang.
my queen
Yeah.
would be in a problem. That's why I.
You know this move, Rohan. It's called as a mysterious rook move. It's a concept in chess, and it's not easy because what you are doing is you are preempting his move. If
Yeah.
Karan takes, then my rook will get active.
Huh.
So actually, it's a very advanced concept. Not many people can think that way. कि let him.
Yeah.
It's a mysterious move of a
Yeah.
rook. कि because rook तो अभी तो बंद है, पर खुल सकता है. But the only problem here is that Karan took the other way, and then the rook looked a bit silly here.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I was anyway. Well, I knew कि अगर obviously there was the possibility, but in this case, yeah, I remember I had thought this only. कि मतलब
Correct. Correct. It's a good thought. I mean,
हाँ.
so check, king f1, fine. D takes, and you took f takes, very good. And now came a very important moment here. Karan, were you confused between taking the bishop or bringing the bishop back?
Yes, I thought a lot that I should take the bishop, but then I thought that his knight is very strong.
Huh.
So I thought I should take the knight instead,
Very good.
which is why I brought it back.
This is very nicely thought because if you take here and here, then this knight becomes kind of a very
Very
strong piece.
And I get an opening also.
Yes, it cannot be removed from here.
Yeah, yeah. Plus, आपने अभी तो समझाया था कि like just before this, you'd explained that bishop is not nice, but knight is nice.
Correct. This
But
bishop
I
is
used
bad
that.
piece.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good. So this is a good good move, bg6, because now you can take the knight. So he played bg4. Rohan, very good, setting up a disco here with the knight jumping somewhere. King b8, very professional move. कि मतलब, you know, no tension now on this diagonal. Very nice.
कोविड चल रहा है, डिस्को में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है.
हाँ, sorry.
कोविड चल रहा है तो डिस्को में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है.
And also this very good move, Rohan, to improve your rook, which is actually not well placed on h1. Let's bring it to a open file.
Another mysterious rook move.
No, this one is
It's
clear.
very
yeah?
obvious. It's
Yeah.
obvious. हाँ, वो वाला मैंने यार remember मैं काफी सोच लिया था क्या करेगा.
Now you had two choices: go here or here. How did you decide bishop f3?
Nice. Rohan's expression is like वाइवा चल रहा है.
Yeah. It's like तुमने आंसर तो लिख दिया, but तुमने कॉपी किया था आंसर. तो तुमको सोचना पड़ रहा है कि क्या था रीजन.
See, the thing is, I want you to
I know.
replicate your like this is a good move. What you
Yeah.
played, but why? Yeah, ऐसे ही हो गया. Like why
No,
did
no, no,
you
no,
made
no,
it
no.
this way?
थोड़ा वही है, उसमें मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा था. बढ़िया यार, कुछ तो सोचा होगा.
So I want also Karan to think कि bishop f3 के जगह अगर Rohan would have played bishop e2, then how would you have continued?
I would have gone. I mean, I don't know if I should take the knight. Maybe I should take the knight,
And then pawn takes.
and then pawn takes, and then I go bishop c5.
Okay, it's decent. Something stronger.
Something stronger. Oh, rook g4. Nahin. Rook g1. g8.
Rook g8 is one. The main thing is here. Now if you see this.
हाँ, मुझे वही लगा था, but then I was like pawn तो है, but yeah, the whole passage was कि.
So how do you make use of this? Like this one.
He puts a pawn forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
like
a
pawn.
pinned piece, remember this, a pinned piece. मतलब
So attack
pin
it again.
मतलब here it cannot move like this, must be attacked. So attack it again. If it comes up, then you will anyway take it because it has two attacks. Otherwise you will take here and then create more threats on his d5.
Yeah.
So bishop f3, very good move, Rohan, because now if he takes and plays e4, you can take with the bishop.
Yeah.
So bishop c5, and now actually very tough move here. White could have gotten an advantage at this point,
really?
Karan. Yes, you played until now very good move, and this next move is very tough, very tough. How should White get an advantage?
How should white get an advantage? Rook G5.
But rook G here.
Yeah.
But then pawn takes, no?
Oh, sorry.
No, this is very complicated. See, first of all, Karan is threatening this pawn. So very logically, Rohan just defended it, which is completely logical. And I would not. But Rohan, many times, like when you will improve, you will see that defense से ज़्यादा powerful is counter attack. Can you create a stronger threat? But उसके लिए you have to calculate a bit. तो क्या कर सकते हो? ऐसा कुछ?
B4.
Sorry.
B4.
B4, but then see, very good move, Karan. B4. But the point is, if you
Bishop
take here, it's a bad move. Why?
Rook takes. Oh नहीं, rook.
नहीं, rook takes को तो ये मर जाएगा.
Oh, pawn.
See, do you see a pin?
Yeah, pawn.
Pin
Pawn
is
comes
always
to it.
3 pieces in one line, like this. So now a pinned piece must be attacked. What do you do? A3. Yes, finish. Game is over because you lose a piece. So firstly, he cannot take this pawn, correct? But the main question is, can he not take this pawn, which we anyway wanted to attack?
Yeah.
So what is the good move for white here?
वो वाला pawn G4 वाला C4 वाला आगे ले लो.
Ah, very good. C5 closing.
Breaks the chain.
ये दोनों का you know. The two lovers have been separated.
Yeah.
With that pawn in between.
Correct.
You know, so very nice move. C5.
Oh, yeah, this would have been great.
Damn.
But it was tough. You played queen d2, bishop b4, queen c2. Then rook g8. Good move. Bishop h5.
Here I got slightly confused. I wasn't sure if I should play this. Why? Because my pawn was hanging. और मुझे पता था कि वो hang कर रहा है the moment I move my rook.
Yes, but it's worth, like you gave a sack of a pawn. And then you gave another pawn.
Yeah.
And now you went rook g7.
Yeah.
And Rohan, यहाँ पे थोड़ा important था, यहाँ पे सोचना. The next move you played, taking a lot of, you played very quickly and you didn't have much time. But, your problem is this rook and queen are coming at your king. So you need to build up some kind of a defensive idea here. So how do you do that? आपने bishop को है ना यहाँ पे रख दिया, but bishop became out of the game. Your king became alone.
Yeah.
It is doing nothing here.
Yeah.
So can you do something better with your bishop?
Yeah, obviously bring it to like h5.
And then let's say his queen comes and attacks.
Then blocking this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This bishop will then be like, वो Fevicol का जोड़, like it doesn't let black come in.
Take anything.
Yeah, so I blocked it. हाँ, वो फालतू का block है. आगे कुछ फायदा भी नहीं था उसका.
So this would have kept the game very complicated, and it's still unclear who would win here. But when you went here, then Karan played this good move. And अभी क्या हो रहा है? Queen ये मार रहा है, rook अंदर आ रहा है, ये bishop भी पीछे आ रहा है. तो ये bishop became irrelevant to the actual battlefield. So king e2, check, good move. And now rook went in and you lost the queen and also lost on time. But tremendous game, like this game was a very high quality game, and I think very impressive play, of course, by Karan, but also by Rohan. I think Rohan, for your first game, after a long time, this shows that there's a lot of scope for improvement for you.
नहीं मतलब वही है कि यार I am falling short on time a lot because I can't.
But you one thing which I can definitely tell you where you can save time is in this position. When Karan takes your rook, you took 5 seconds to recapture. There you have to be alert and do it in 1 second. एक ही move है. Rook अगर rook से मारा तो king से मारा. So save that time.
Don't. Yeah, but again, I think that's the problem कि ये पहले से ही रहा है मेरा सीन कि I can think of future moves कि हाँ क्या होगा and वो थोड़ा
खत्म हो जाता है.
मेरा future move thinking is above average. मतलब I can, that's good kind of, but the problem is कि the basic things you're telling me, like don't develop एक piece को 2 बार अगर आगे बाकी develop नहीं है. The basics, like the initial basics is so wrong कि मैं initially wrong start कर रहा हूँ. So like it puts me in a fix. Then I have to keep thinking कि अभी क्या करूँ. So the start of the game is in itself, I have kind of lost on the beginning. So beginning really needs to improve. And yeah, other than that, a lot of other things ki matlab counter attack and all. But yeah, Karan is a
No,
very good
Karan
player,
is a very good
Thanks.
player.
I've been
And
playing quite regularly. Last 3-4 months I have. So I think I've.
yes.
Pretty cool, man.
And also, Karan, you some decisions which you took of positionally were very good, like keeping the bishop for the knight and all. It shows like you are becoming stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. Rohan, what I would recommend you is to see some games of any good player, like maybe even when Karan streams or Samay streams, just देखो कि वो लोग opening में कैसे खेल रहे. I think if you sort your openings, and there are many videos on YouTube as well, just simple opening play, center control, don't move the same piece twice, finish your minor, get your minor pieces out, castle. If you do this, and you go into the middle game with a good position, you can fight on equal terms with good players.
Right.
So don't let that. And we can improve that part, opening wala.
Yeah, opening wala. I think I'll just go through all openings again. मतलब I'll just search for all openings.
Yes.
What are the good openings again? 3-4 जो भी हैं, so शुरू के. And शुरू के 5-6 moves I should just register in my head again. Perfect.
Opening play is a lot, and unfortunately, chess ऐसा लगता है it's a sport where you can play all about creatively. There is a part of chess where you have to memorize a few things.
Yeah, it is. You know the first 5-6 तो कितना ही है ना, उसके बाद combination increase, but initially though it's the same.
Correct.
So I'll have to get to those. Yeah.
Speaking of opening, Sagar bhai, can you show me Scotch के against क्या खेलना चाहिए, because I'm having a lot of trouble with that.
Black से?
हाँ.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is one of the problems that many people have, because Scotch is not played much. Here, everyone loves to play either the Italian with bishop c4 or they play the Ruy Lopez with bishop b5. So d4 is kind of neglected, but it's a very good opening. And when someone plays it, you feel like, "Arey, what to do?"
Yeah.
So my recommendation is to take.
Yeah.
He takes back.
Then bishop is what I do.
Where do you play the bishop?
C5.
Yes, it's a good move, but let me give you a small tweak here. Why don't you give a check?
Because he'll bring his pawn.
He will bring his pawn, and then you bring your bishop back.
What help does that?
What helped is that his knight does not get that square for himself. Okay, and you put your bishop here. What would white play here in general? Like if you think, what would be white's?
So what I've seen happening a lot is bishop e3.
So now bishop e3, what would you play as black? Now think, if it was white's move here, what is his threat?
White's threat is knight takes knight.
Yes, and attack the queen. And when you take here to take the bishop. So what do you play as black?
What I usually do is I take the knight.
No, don't do that. See, if you now take the knight, the problem is he will build up a powerful center. And you really don't want to do that.
Correct.
So patience is important. He's threatening your here and here, so save that piece.
Pawn b3, pawn b6.
Pawn b6, but then I want to keep this. Pawn b6. Sometimes the problem is this bishop may get hit.
D6, then D6.
D6, okay, but D6 then leads to triple pawns. Take, and take. ये triple pawns थोड़े ugly लगते हैं, like they don't look good. So maybe better.
Just bring back the bishop.
Yes, bishop to B6. Just save it.
Yeah.
Let's say now your opponent plays. What would he do?
I mean, usually they do knight takes knight, but I don't know if
if they take here, you should be very, very happy with what has happened, and you can just take back. And now what will happen is your bishop and bishop stand in front of each other. If he takes,
I get an open file.
Just rook bete becomes very happy on a8. And if he does not do that, and this actually helps your center, take this is a double pawn, but a d5 comes.
It's still fine. Yeah, correct. And our bishops are very strong.
So bishop b6, maybe let's say a better move is bishop c4 here.
Okay.
And then you can play knight to f6. attacking here. He can't push e5 because knight
Because
e5.
knight takes, correct.
He
He'll have
plays
to
knight
go-
d2, defending this. And now you see, if his pawn was back, he would have played the natural move here, knight c3. But Apun ने क्या ये provoke किया है? So that is a small advantage you got, and now you castle. And if he castles, this is an important moment. What do you play here as black?
You move your pawn over
d5.
D5, very good move. Very good move.
Yeah.
D6, thoda passive but not bad. Let's look at something even better. Mantra Bhatt says, hello Karan bhai. Hi Karan.
Arey, hello Mantra, how are you?
Just a small tweak here. You want to
Rook
do this.
e8.
Why?
Because that pawn can't be defended.
Yes, he can defend with F3.
Yeah, but it's now we can go d5.
Yes, exactly. Now D5 turns out so strong that this bishop is hanging. यहाँ पे. So little tweak, and then do this.
Nice.
So
Scotch was giving me a lot of problems.
Yes, this small antidote is not like, oh, this is the best thing and all, but at least it leads to a solid position. Like bring your bishop back, knight out, castle, and then strike in the center. If you don't get this strike, let's say, then you can play d6. Just simple.
Correct. Just develop naturally after that then. Yeah.
But did you see, Rohan, in this entire sequence of moves, either you are developing a piece or you are moving a central pawn.
Yeah.
Always. And it is always about these 4 squares in the center. These 4 squares are key in the center. So every move was covering either of like e4, 2 squares in the center, sorry. This and this. e5 covers 2 squares in the center. Knight f3 covers 2 squares in the center. Knight c6 as well.
Center control is most important.
Yes. d4 takes. Now I give this check. Bishop, pawn here, bishop back. By the way, Karan, if someone plays bd2, you just have to be very happy. Because now you play queen e7, attacking here, and also this.
Defending.
Yes.
Correct.
And even taking here is completely fine because black has slightly less space. Exchanging pieces is not bad
Works
idea.
for them. Yeah.
But queen
Nice.
e7 is very good. c3,
Thank
come back. Here, don't take, come back, develop, castle, and strike the center.
Strike in the center. Amazing. Last time you taught me London, and it's very rare that I lose
I
against
remember
London now.
who told me, someone on the stream said he played against you and you defeated him with black in London system. I don't know.
Joy Datta.
Joy.
Yeah,
Joy
yeah.
had sent. He said that he played the London against you,
Yeah,
and then
I did the thing you taught me, and it's just so good.
Very nice.
Yeah. So London, I very rarely. lose
What
now,
did you
so-
do, by the way? Like just to like.
So,
by the way, Rohan, this is a very popular opening with white. Many people play this. This is known as the London system, D4. And what did you do, Karan? D5.
D5.
And
He
putting
went-
the bishop here.
Yeah.
This is the London system.
Yeah. Then what did he play? He
You played knight f6?
I played knight f6. He got pawn to c. Did he move the c pawn?
Did you go like c5 and knight
yes,
c6?
I went c5 and knight c6. correct.
Acha. And then this idea, kya? Queen
And then
d6?
the queen went there, and then if he brings this queen again, I move my pawn again to the.
Acha, that one you did like e3, c5, c3, knight c6, knight f3, queen b6,
and
queen
here,
b3.
he brought his queen out, now attacked it. Yeah.
And then you did
Yeah.
this idea.
So open
Okay.
file it.
Very nice.
So very rarely I lose against London, and I'll use now this against Scotch also and see the
Cool.
results. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, Karan, all the best. And
you,
Rohan,
Sagar.
also best
Okay.
wishes. I think we'll do more sessions in the coming days.
Definitely. What I'm gonna do right now is I'll definitely go through a lot of openings,
हाँ.
and I'll play a few games against computer and ये वो थोड़ा बहुत to just get this get back in shape थोड़ा कि basic शुरू का game get ready,
Right.
and then we'll do more sessions. बहुत मजा आएगा.
Sure.
A lot of fun, and I'll see you in CO5.
Yes, Karan. I'll see you there. Okay. You better watch out.
Yeah, man.
Karan,
My match there.
has big aims in COB5, which is very nice. He wants to reach the semi-finals.
हाँ,
which
मैंने
is very
ऐसे ही
good.
बोल दिया सागर भाई.
नहीं,
Don't.
मजा आएगा, मजा आएगा.
Who are the best player? Who are the best players right now in COB5?
Samay is very good. Joel is very good. Biswa is very good. Vaibhav is very good. There is also Prakhar Gupta, who is strong. There is Manit or Manik, right?
Manik Mana.
Manik Mana.
Manik Mana,
वो भी
who is good. So at least there are 4 to 5, at least Anirban is very good. So 6, 7 players above the
Sagar bhai, I'm
rating.
also very good now.
Yeah, Karan is great. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But they're
these,
all
all of
15,
these have
1600.
reached 15, 1600 ELO before.
Shit.
But I feel like seriously, you both with the current level of game was good enough to give them all a tough fight for sure. So, oh, by the way, we have a call here. Hello? Hello? Maybe somebody was calling, but I don't know if he is watching the stream or not.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, in the chat, oh, Upmanyu is also playing. He's very good. Upmanyu is very strong.
Oh.
Yes, and also GM Abhish Matthew is playing, so we
Arey,
can.
Damn, then to khatam sab kuch.
Abhish Matthew cannot be underestimated.
Can't be beaten. Cannot be beaten.
Yes.
But good fun, यार. Great coming back to this.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Let's do this. Best तो मेरा मुझे वही लगा कि यार अब पहुंच ही गए हैं तो मतलब मार ही लेते हैं. पहुंच ही गए तो मार ही लेते हैं.
Oh man.
God. That mentality. वहाँ mentality अगर मैंने improve कर दिया, I will be a better player after this. कि पहुंच ही गए तो मार लेते हैं. थोड़ा वो improve कर लेंगे तो हो जाएगा. Great stuff. Sagar, you stream how long every day?
35 hours.
No, sometimes these commentary sessions are very long. Like abhi at 8 o'clock, there is this 8:30. There is Champions Chess Tour, which will go on till 1:30 in the night. So.
Oh damn! Please take rest, Sagar bhai. Then.
Yes. No, I enjoy this very much because for me it's like when chess is played, I enjoy it tremendously. So it's not very tiring, but
Yeah.
I stream usually one stream a day तो रहता ही है.
That's insane, bro.
Amazing. Insane.
Okay.
Thank you, Sagar bhai.
Thanks.
I will come back from my shows and
Yes.
then hopefully
All
next
the best.
week.
Where are your shows, Karan?
I'm doing Bangalore. I'm doing 2 in Gurgaon, but they're all private gigs. Finally, live private gigs are happening.
Oh, great.
Acha.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man.
Oh, by the way, all the best. And guys, if you are going to meet Karan anywhere, please do take a chessboard with you in his shows, so that after the show, you know, Rohan, this is happening very often now with Samay and with Vaibhav, Biswa.
People come up with a board.
With a chessboard,
After the show, say कि थोड़ा chess खेलते हैं, and you know, it's great fun to.
That's insane. It's great stuff.
ठीक है. Bye, Rohan.
So,
Bye, Karan.
thank you,
Okay.
Sagar bhai. Please
Bye,
take
Sagar.
care. Thank you.
Bye, Karan.
Bye, man. Take care of yourself.
Bye. Guys, that was Karan and Rohan, two very, very great additions to the world of COB now. And today the game they played was very nice, and I hope that they play well. Right now, there's going to be a stream on Samay's channel, so please do join him there. Later on, there will be Champions Chess Tour, so a lot of chess coming your way. Guys, stay tuned and bye-bye. Take care. Please do go to Samay's channel for a stream and take care. Oh, by the way, just to tell you guys, Magnus Carlsen is equal position with Duda, and Fedosiev versus Karyakin. The Russian battle is also equal. I am guessing that both these matches are going into the tie breaks. Abhi to pehla hi din hai. Tomorrow also there is there, but they are very cutthroat fights, so will be exciting. Take care.